Well, hello there everybody, and welcome to another Pike and Shot battle here in Pike and Shot Campaigns. We are, of course, playing with the forces of Gustavus Adolphus, the Protestants, that is, against the Catholic hordes. Now, guys, we have gone pretty far in this battle, and I can't wait to see what the conclusion is going to be. But I'm really hoping that the conclusion is actually going to end up being favorable to myself. Of course, that's just basically all wishful thinking. We've really got to see here towards the end what happens. Now, a lot of our units are already engaged in combat. And one thing that we've done is we made it so that the enemy cannon is more or less becoming ineffective. We're going to go ahead and move up a little bit closer just to make sure that's actually the case. But really, we're basically shutting down the enemy artillery. Let's go ahead and open fire on the units over here. And I'm also going to move these guys this way. Fire on the veteran Pike and Shot. And 22 is not too shabby. Not a bad shot at all. I want to see if these guys can hit any targets. Doesn't look like our light guns are capable of reaching any of them, really. Maybe it's time to move these guys back up the hill. I'm not sure. But I am going to move this Pike and Shot unit over. And I'm also going to take our horse unit and move him over here to the left. The last thing we need to do is lose that left side. We really want to hold on to it as long as possible. And I don't even care if I have to fire at a fleeing unit. If I need to shoot this cannon at a fleeing unit, I'll do it, as long as I can expel a round. So that's exactly what I'm going to do here. Boom. Absolutely no damage, but you know what? It's the thought that counts. Alright, guys. Okay, we're going to move forward again, and we've still got a Pike and Shot with a light gun. We'll send him out. Like I said, we made contact with the enemy, so step one is accomplished. Now we're going to try to charge one of the veteran horse units, and if we could disrupt these guys, that would just be beautiful. It looks like we've already fragmented them, and it's probably time to bring these guys forward too. But I'm going to first try to swing them around, so let's actually move this way. And we might have to take a shot from the enemy commanded shot, or we could just start fighting them ourselves. But I think probably our best bet is to just keep opening fire over here behind the lines. But yeah, that commanded shot is going to be a pain, so I'd like to get to it quickly. Let's go ahead and see if we can charge it. I'm pretty sure he's going to evade, and sure enough, that's exactly what he did. We still got this commanded shot unit. I'll move him forward as well, and see if we can't open fire. If not, let's at least turn in the correct direction. Same with this guy here. And, of course, the horse that has returned to combat. Of course, they can't fight this time, but they will be able to get in before the end of the battle. So let's go ahead and end the turn. I just want to make sure we've done everything we have to. Make 100% sure. As you can see, we already have something here we could probably try, but I don't think we should. I'm really hoping that the cuirassiers are going to make it through. Shit. That's not going to be a good idea. I don't know what I'm trying to accomplish. Open fire at the light hussars makes me feel somewhat better, and it does look like this unit of the enemy is actually behind our lines, and that makes me very uncomfortable. Still no good shots for us, unfortunately. What about up here? Still nothing. Alright, guys, we're going to end the turn, and let's hope that God is on our side. This is, of course, a religious war, so that's all we have to hope for. Let's go ahead and see. Residual shooting phase. Wow, they have disrupted our one of our veteran units. That's not good. There we go, 14, and we broke the enemy cavalry, guys. This is beautiful. If we could get another charge there into the enemy commanded shot, I mean, that's going to look amazing. Very, very even here in the center so far. Enemy cuirassiers, of course, I don't want them, or actually the hussars, excuse me, don't want them breaking through. There we go, guys. An enemy unit has been dispersed. Hopefully we can break through this Pike and Shot unit, but look at that! Wow, so we actually had an enemy unit rally. That's not good. And they're actually beginning to fragment our units as well. This is definitely not a close fight now that our veteran horse is falling back. It looks to be turning in favor of the enemy. Could that be? I don't know, guys. We're going to have to see. Maybe it's too early to lose faith. We just actually fragmented one of the enemy infantry units. That's obviously going to be helpful. And actually, we're getting some pretty good hits on that unit as well. Come on, men. Fight like your life depended on it, because it does. It really does. So here we go. We are continuing to charge on this side. That's good. But didn't seem to do much damage. Nonetheless, it's the thought that counts, like I said before. Wow, that was a glorious shot by the enemy. I've got to give it to them. 41. I'm actually a little little bit concerned that they're going to do more damage with their next shot. But as you can see, we just disrupted them with our musket fire. And this area right here is just a barrage of musket rounds right now. Looks like our Hakapaleta repulsed one of the cavalry charges. That's what we like to see. And hopefully our men can continue repulsing these charges and keeping the enemy off our backs. We don't need another flank like the last battle. What you get it for shooting at my commanded shot? What are you, crazy? So it's still a very static battle. I mean, it's very much just stuck here in the center. I want to break through, guys. That's what I want to do. Just keep breaking through. Come on, boys. Melee phase. Still very even there. Come on. Hakapaleta has broken the enemy, guys. Yes, a cavalry unit has broken a pike and shot unit. That's what we like to see. What I'd really like to see is for us to break through this unit, because our cuirassiers are fighting like madmen. That's why they have a skull on their flag. They're not afraid of death. So they're definitely going to hold out for a while, and we are basically hoping that they hold out for a while, because if they break, we're in a lot of trouble on that right side. That's what I hate to see, one of our veteran units breaking. So that right side definitely needs some attention paid to it. Come on. We're getting so many kills on this cavalry unit, and yet it's not breaking. I guess because it's veteran horse, and apparently it's veteran horse with a tremendous amount of horse units. Because we've been killing them left and right, and they just refuse to break. Alright, we got a commanded shot to rout, and while this may not be a huge idea, we're also disrupting other units in the area, so that's what I'm focused on at the moment. And there we go, an extra charge on this pike and shot. Can we break it? Oh, come on. Nonetheless, we definitely did some serious damage to it. It is fragmented, and I think one charge could probably break this guy. Let's go for it. Alright, the 8th pike and shot was not able to defeat the enemy, but I think that perhaps in the future, they might have a good chance. Now, we've got to keep in mind that this pike and shot unit right here is a light gun unit, so it's going to be hard to defeat no matter what we do. However I approach it, I've got to approach it with caution. But I'm throwing caution to the wind. I think we need to charge these guys. We need to get as many men in the fight as possible, and this is one way to do it. Got a veteran horse here. So we're slowly trying to sort of form a vice grip around the enemy. I think you guys are kind of seeing that. We want to get around these guys. We want to flank them entirely, and at least force them to stand. As you can see, they're not even running with their commanded shot anymore. They know better, because if we break their commanded shot, we're going to get all these other units to break right through. And in fact, that's what we're going to try anyway. I'm going to go ahead and get this commanded shot to turn towards the enemy here. And shit, we might even fire at a fleeing enemy for all I care. In fact, that's what we're gonna do. Just to remind them that when they flee, they better keep fleeing. We're not gonna take any prisoners at this point. There we go. This is what we need, guys. We're getting behind the enemy. Now I am gonna get this cavalry unit here. It's a shame he can't attack this unit this turn, but perhaps next turn he will be able to unleash some holy damage on the enemy. All right, here we go. I'm going to keep charging this guy because I want him off the field, but we can bring this horse unit back to the battle. We've still got an infantry unit here, but I'm not going to do too much with him. Got to be very careful with what we do. Once again, this battle doesn't look to be in our favor. Not this battle per se, but this particular part of the battle. I can't even attack like I plan to. I plan to attack this cavalry unit, and it doesn't look like that's going to occur. So we're going to go ahead. We are going to charge. And I'm going to take this unit, and I'm going to try to charge the heavy guns. Dispersed. That's what I like to see. So at least we don't have heavy guns in our face, but I'm just going to open fire on the enemy cavalry here. And I'm pretty sure this unit's going to break either now or next turn. It's not looking good. For these guys, we'll turn him this way. It's time to send some more units over here to our right flank. And the same with this guy here. In fact, he might be able to get a shot off. Let's see. I'll take a shot on a light gun unit. Why not? Maybe we can actually hit a commander. Let's grab this guy and move him Actually, I like him here, but I think we probably want to start moving him over here, once again, to the right side. We will see if our light guns can do any damage, and yes, they can definitely do some damage. So we're going to open fire on this infantry unit. Great shooting, guys, great shooting. I will talk to you after the battle. Can our heavy guns get any shots? Unfortunately not. I really wish you could fire on your own men and just take a risk. I'm sure it was done at the time, but I might be mistaken. Let's go ahead and see what can these guys do. Nope. Yeah, that's about it. Fire into the flank of the enemy. Which is pretty good, I guess. And if we can turn around, if not, I will charge these guys. Nope, I won't, because we have no chance of winning. So I'm going to turn and open fire on the light hussar. Now this is concerning, of course. We've got enemy cavalry units on our flank, and if they feel like it, they can obviously charge us here at the back very soon. So we've got to keep that in mind. I'm going to go ahead and end the turn, and hopefully we get some decent breaks here in the line. But so far, the enemy is holding, and we are doing everything we can. We're throwing everything we can at the enemy. So let's go ahead and end the turn. All right, here we go. Yes, guys, finally. Oh, this is beautiful, guys. Our cuirassiers managed to break the unit that first attacked them. That's what you get for trying to attack bloodthirsty cuirassiers. You can't win that fight. However, here in the center, their cavalry is doing pretty well, and they just rallied once again. We killed so many of these units, and now they start to rally again. So that's a cause for concern, without a doubt. Still got a lot of enemy units routing over here. And as you can see, we've routed 30% of the Catholic army. We just broke those commanded shot finally, and I think we can finally get behind the enemy now. Come on, boys. Persevere. At least they didn't break. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. I think I just jinxed myself. Nope. There we go. All right, guys, come on. We can do this. We desperately need this victory, guys. We had a few major victories, but never have we had a victory this large in this particular conflict. There we go, another broken pike and shot unit. That's what I like to see. And if we can actually win this fight, the Catholics are going to be severely hampered in their efforts to spread the power of the Holy Roman Empire. It's just not going to happen. Or it's going to be a lot harder for it to happen. This is our Gettysburg, very simply. And there we go, enemy unit dispersed. That's exactly what I want to see. It's going to be the Catholic turn now, and I can't wait to see what their plans are. And that's actually us doing a flank attack due to the ability of actually just breaking through the enemy. We might actually break another unit of pike and shot. All right, it's the Catholic turn, and I'm very curious to see what they're going to do. Wow, incredible shooting there. Gotta give it to their veteran light guns. They're just really, really good. These guys absolutely have had more target practice than we have. And this, again, is something we can't have happen. The enemy charging into our flanks. And here we go once again, enemy doing a rear attack. This is what I was concerned about. And this is the problem with the enemy getting behind you in battle, obviously. So let's see how this turns out. I'm surprised that veteran pike and shot is still holding, actually. All of our troops are starting to evade, and it looks like yes, unfortunately our commanded shot is going to break. That's a shame. That right side is a problem. Alright, melee phase. And again, I'm very worried about these two cavalry units. They're going to be attacking us from the rear. They broke us. Yeah, that's kind of to be expected. So now we know our right side is in serious jeopardy. However, their left side is in serious jeopardy. So it's a bit of a trade-off here. We still don't know who has the upper hand. We definitely have routed more of their troops, but does that really make a difference? I don't know. That's the kind of attack we need to see, and actually we made the light gun unit auto-break. We also disrupted the cavalry unit. Sadly, our unit finally broke, I believe, over here, but they have nowhere to go, so they're going to have to disperse. They can't retreat. They're going to have to surrender, essentially, if they break at all. There we go, another pike unit breaking, and for a horse unit to break a pike unit is unforgivable. For this guy to auto-break, we just killed 8 of them, and yet we still auto-broke. So So a lot of things are not going in our favor, but there we go. We finally auto-broke that annoying cavalry enemy that never, just refuses to break. And we might have just disrupted this unit here too. Hey, not bad. I mean, this is just a bloody, bloody fight, and that's exactly what we said in the beginning. This is going to be a fight to the very end. Everybody is in it, and that's the beauty of it. And of course, yes, the unit had to disperse, although in a weird way, it's kind of better than it, retreating through the lines, causing mass panic. But obviously, these guys behind our lines flanking us are going to cause mass panic anyway with their routes. Finally, we managed to stop one of the charges pretty well. It's now our turn, and certainly our chance to get a little bit of retribution here. But how we're going to get it is a whole nother story. So first of all, let's see if we can charge any of these guys. I don't think we can. We can certainly open fire, though. And we could probably open fire on this guy, too. And there we go. That was our mistake. Obviously, we had a unit break because we decided to get too close. Hopefully, we'll make up for it. And here we go. We'll open fire. And again, 32% to 35%. This is not a close fight, guys. I mean, this is a very close fight, excuse me. This is not a fight where we're, like, totally kicking the enemy's ass or anything like that. In fact, I would say the enemy almost is doing better than us. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get a commanded shot unit here in town. Now, commanded shot units, thanks to Sam T, who really explained this to me, they're excellent at essentially getting into a fortified position or a position that's hard to otherwise get into, swamp, hills, etc. And really, that's where they do the best. That's where they really achieve. So that's what I'm going to go for. Let's also move this guy here. We can't forget, we also have this Finnish Hakapaletta unit charging through the lines as well as the pike and shot light gun unit. So it's not like we're totally unable to fight back, and we've still got these guys that can face the wrath of this oncoming cavalry from the left flank, and that's what we're going to do. Light guns, you better turn. Okay, we can't fire through our enemy. Well, come on. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. We will certainly have another one coming. Sadly, the awesome thumbs of Dally have run out for this series. We never thought we would get this far. So we may need to create some new thumbnails, or just maybe I'll just do some 30 Years War-esque type thumbs, pictures of battle. But I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. Of course, this is definitely not over. This battle's not over, and the series is absolutely not over. We're going to go to the very end. We just want to make sure that we're doing all the right things. So here we go. Let me actually turn the 23rd horse towards the veteran horse so that we can charge them next turn. And again, this horse unit cannot charge because we've got a damn retreating unit in our way. That has got to be one of the most annoying things I've had to deal with so far in the game. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, share with your friends, and always let me know which side you support. I'd always like to hear. And here we go. Just for a little extra, we're going to try to continue doing a flank attack on the enemy commanded shot here. Maybe a shot here on the light guns. We could also charge these light guns and take them out entirely. I don't like the odds. Nice shooting, men! But the enemy has much better shots, apparently. Alright, guys. I shall see you in the next battle.